I recently got an order of berets because I just wanted some berets. It's like I listened to the advice that Lovely Lord gave to like half the people in her fixing coordinates videos, and I took that personally. And now the circle continues, and Lore praised me using a beret and a cord recently in one of her videos. So now I'm just obsessed with berets. I love them so much. I can't stop thinking about them. My whole entire personality is just gonna be berets now, and you know what? Fuck it. Now I'm a beret. Hey everyone, it's your kawaii boy Monty. Come be cute with me today. Upon that list of Lolita videos that I wanted to do, one of the main concepts was definitely to have other people pick out my cord for me. It's always really fun to get that sort of insight. I put up polls on my Patreon, my Twitter, and my Instagram to ask who should make my coordinate, an outfit creating app, or my normie friends. And my normie friends won by a long shot. Maybe just a guess, because a lot of those were probably my normie friends. And I don't blame them one bit, because they're amazing. So what I ended up doing is I invited a few of my friends from my personal friend Discord server to go into another private little server to help me pick out my outfit. There are a few of them that are interested in fashion in general, and some of them are even interested in at least trying Lolita fashion one day. But in general, they're not in the community and they don't really wear it. Because Lolita has all its rules and its guidelines and its anatomy, so to speak, of how you're supposed to construct an outfit, I did want to give them a fighting chance to at least make a feasible cord. So what I decided to do is go piece by piece, go part by part of a Lolita cord, take photos of all my pieces in my wardrobe, and I just had them pick one by one. So of course, we're starting with the main piece. To sort of give them a bit more of the full experience, I ruled out both of my skirts, so I just threw in all my JSK/OPs. I personally see Lolita pieces to be like art in a way, so I was very interested to see what my non-Lolita friends would like in a piece. And for the main piece section, we were off to a great start. Tea Time at Grandma's was a pretty big favorite, mostly for the color, and some parts of liking the color being a little bit unconventional. I do agree though, I think that Bordeaux color of Tea Time at Grandma's is one of my favorite things about it. But we were only in the first category and there was already a little bit of a war going on. Song and Mary were really into picking the antique clock dress by Bodyline, each of them giving me some quite thorough reasons. In Mary's case, she is my best friend in the whole wide world, and she opted for antique clock for very personal reasons, something that I'm gonna have to talk about in a very far future video of EGL Dress Diaries. But the other big popular contender was my Black Clementine JSK by Lucatacel. This was going against my expectations. Lolita is such an out there fashion with so many amazing designs and prints. Wouldn't it be appealing for a non-Lolita to dress up Lolita in something crazy? But when they gave me their reasonings for picking this JSK, things became very clear. They acknowledged the versatility of basically a little black dress but in Lolita form, which is exactly why I bought the JSK in the first place. But there was something simpler that I was forgetting about. My friends like goth things. A big amount of them are either goth appreciators, goth adjacent, or just straight up goth. And so of course, they were going to be attracted to the black dress. There was a little war between the small but very passionate antique clock fans and the plentiful Clementine JSK fans. But eventually the two of them came to an impasse and decided, okay, we'll do the Clementine JSK, but let's coordinate it in a bright and colorful way. Everybody seemed to agree with that, and we had our first pick, the Black Clementine JSK by Lucatacel. After that, we had to pick a blouse. My blouse variety is admittedly just not a lot. They're all white, in different cuts and lengths, but they're all white. So I decided to also throw in my outerwear pieces too, since there's a little bit more variety in that. Despite me throwing in this variety though, the blouse section was a complete landslide. I have a blouse also from Lucatacel called the Emma's blouse, but I usually just call it my Vampire Bishy blouse because it's a cool, frilly, high neck collar blouse that makes me feel like a Vampire Bishy, as I've said a lot. And my friends instantly saw the appeal in it. There was no war about this, we just love the vampire aesthetic. Respect to the vampire Bishi. And next up is the headwear. My friend Mallow seemed to have an attraction towards my red accessories, which I appreciate her for that because I love my red accessories too. But a lot of people were just enraptured by this navy beret with a striped bow. It's the same beret that I got in my unboxing video from Etika. It's very funny that they chose that one because I actually haven't worn it yet. And something that they also really liked is that one hair accessory that sweet Lolitas everywhere hold near and dear to many of their hearts, the star clip. There was a brief debate of color, but people were mostly gravitating towards the purple. They considered it a better match for the beret, and they found purple to be more in line with the vampire-y aesthetic that was going on. We had a decent amount of peace, but now it was time for my friends to choose violence again. That is to say, it was time to choose socks. There was yet another civil war going on between the people that wanted my pink roji socks with donuts on it, or the people that wanted my white tights with a gold print on it from, wait, where was it from again? I completely forgot. But with another war in our hand, I knew I had to help them make a decision. And it was also in that moment when I realized, wait, I'm really dumb for showing the socks but not showing the shoes. So I fixed that for them, and I also threw in the shoes that we were gonna pick. And showing them the shoes did help them pick it out quite a bit. There was a little bit of love for my brown low heels from See You Lolita, as well as my ruffle UTKs from Miss Socks. But the majority of my friends wanted to see the white and gold tights paired with the black platforms from Castle 2, which I love, by the way. Wearing those converted me to platforms. And thus, the socks and the shoes were picked out. And last but not least was the fun part, picking out jewelry. When I was taking photos for the jewelry and posted it to show them, I realized last minute, wait, my look how to sell blouse sleeves are really long and go like towards my knuckles, so if I have any wrist wear, it's just not gonna be visible. But you know what? Why not? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. There was a clear motif that my friends gravitated to. The first thing they saw was this moon necklace that I got as a random freebie from a lace market package, tell me where it's from, and saw that and thought, oh, we're going celestial. And then they saw my star rings, and then my moon ring, and then my bracelet that had stars on it. And of course, between my two pairs of earrings, they were most interested in the bunny. And there were connections made between rabbits and the moon, the stars, the heavens, the rabbit in the moon, that sort of thing, which I found really interesting because one of my favorite parts of Lolita fashion is just expressing different motifs and seeing how those connect. I think this is especially true when we try to come up with coordinates for specific themes, like for tea parties and meetups and stuff. Now, my friend Amelia, who is a bit of a meme lord, suggested that when it comes to wristwear, I just wear all of it. And you know what? Since it's jewelry and it can all stack, and I want to blow a dedicated kiss to all of the OTT sweet Lolitas that came before me, I figured, why not? What could possibly go wrong? And with all of that, my non-Lolita friends helped me pick out a coordinate. Of course, I asked them if they had any last words for those of you watching at home, and they said about what one would expect if you know them. I love them very much. Now, I have all of the coordinate pieces noted down, but I actually haven't gotten a chance to put the coordinate together yet. Not just on me, but also not on a hanger or anything. I haven't done any floored knits, no flat lays, so this is gonna be new to me. Let's go find out how my friends did, shall we? Well, that was an interesting experience. I will say that having my non-Lolita friends pick out a cord for me has kind of made me think about a few things. And I think the biggest thing for me that it made me think about was how obsessed Lolitas are with color matching. Color matching is a natural thing that Lolitas just tend to do. It's very important to have good balance with your coordinates, and one way that you can accomplish that is through an even distribution of color, and the correct color too. But I do find that a lot of us get a little obsessed with it in a way. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's important for you to match your lavenders or your pinks or even your blacks, then, more power to you. That's more strength than I have. But I have my attachment to color matching too. When my friends picked out this beret, I thought to myself, oh, it's navy, and the main piece and the shoes are black. It was like navy and black, those aren't the same things. But on camera, and I think at a decent distance in person, you can't really tell. And when I get past the part of me that wants to color match everything, I'm kind of into it. Because then now I have another headpiece that I can pair with this dress. And we love versatility here. While I don't think the color matching is super duper perfect, my non-Lolita friends ended up making some connections that I just didn't think about. Like incorporating gold with this dress, or lavenders. You just don't really think that through. I think that happens to a lot of Lolitas. We'll just get very stuck on a specific way that a dress should be able to present itself, and we don't really expand past that. For me, that's the really big value out of asking people to help you with your coordinates. And apparently that even goes true for people who aren't Lolitas. One little complaint that I have about the coordinate is that I actually couldn't get all my wrist wear on me. Once the wrist cuffs got on the fitted part of the blouse, it was basically over. I was able to fit one small bracelet on each side that fits well, but my other ones just can't go. I've seen other Lolitas put wrist cuffs over their blouse sleeves, and I was always a little iffy on it, though I find if it's the same color, it's not actually bad. It's like putting a sock topper on it, except it's your hands. Wrist topper. Overall, I'm sweaty, once again, but this was a really enlightening experience. I think my friends did a pretty decent job knowing that they're not Lolitas at all. Go ahead and comment down below how you think that they did. And of course, a big thank you to my friends that helped me pick this coordinate out. A lot of them are also my patrons, so double, triple thank you for that. This has been Monty, your kawaii boy, and remember that every day is a great day to uplift yourself and others. Bye!